Goldmark Limited wanakupatia fursa ya kutimiza ndoto yako ya kumiliki ploti au shamba. Victory Gardens Makutano, mahala pazuri pa kujenga, kulima au kuwekeza. Ni karibu na barabara kuu ya highway, stima na maji iko kwa utele, karibu na vituo vya huduma kwa umma. Kilomita 2 tu kutoka town ya Makutano hapo junction. Amini kisha uamini tena. Ploti ya 50 by 100 ni bei nafuu kabisa ya 250,000 only. Malipo ya mdogo mdogo, una deposit shilingi 1,100, balance na kuwa financed na Rafiki Bank. Victory Gardens Makutano, pata ready title deed yako na ujivunie shamba au ploti iliyoko kwenye ardhi iliyo na rutuba kwa ukulima wa sunflower, dengu, mchele, mahindi, maharagwe na kadhalika. Changamkia fursa hii ya kipekee umiliki ardhi. Wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari ya simu 0719 771186 au 0707 225252, ama ututembelee kwenye ofisi zetu mjini Ruiru katika jengo la Devkesh House, first floor, room M2, opposite the main stage. Victory Gardens Makutano, kutoka Goldmark Land Limited.
Welcome once again to She with Sue, where every woman's story is valid. So today, we're going to give you a story that is amazing, with an amazing woman on this show, a woman that has changed many people out there, because we have few mothers like this woman. And today we want to discuss about how do you survive with a disabled child. So welcome. We have an amazing guest today on this show. Grace Kinga, karibu sana.
Thank you.
And asante sana for honoring us to come and avail yourself and give your story and encourage a woman out there. We are so honored, Grace.
Thank you.
And I am amazed by your story. Every time I listen to your story, it makes me ask myself, am I truly a conquered mother? So today, my viewers, I want to usher in Grace Kinga, an amazing woman who is a mother, and not just a mother, but a conquered mother. So karibu sana. Yes, Grace. Karibu to She with Sue.
Thank you so much, Sue.
So here we discuss ourselves, and our tagline is the Bible. Because you can't conquer without a Bible. And I'm sure every woman understands that this is what keeps us. This is what keeps our homes, our children, and this is what helps us to go through our process. So today we are looking at the book of Esther. And Esther went through all these processes, from hiding her identity so that she wouldn't be killed, from her uncle hiding her so that she wouldn't be noticed. But guess what? For every woman, this is my message this morning, this time and this season. If your time has come with the Lord, irregardless, the committees will be commanded to sit and discuss in your favor. And that is what happened to Esther. And so today, I'm graced to have that woman who people sat and God commanded the committee to sit on behalf of Grace Kinga. So karibu sana as we go through the show. So yeah, Grace, tell us who's Grace.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really humbled and I thank God. So Grace, my name is Grace Kinga. Grace is a child of God.
Amen.
Grace is a mother. Grace is a business lady. Yeah, and I thank God for all that He has given me and the responsibility that He has blessed me with. And I'm happy to be here.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, Grace. Good to know you. Good to know you're a businesswoman. She looks like money. She looks money. Hey. So now tell us your story. You said you're a mother.
Yes, I am.
So tell us who's Grace in a family setup.
I'm born in a family of 5.
Okay.
My mom and my dad are there. They are so loving and supportive. They brought me well, I can say that. But God blessed me with children when I grew older. And I got my firstborn, a beautiful girl called McLean. But little did I know that when she came, she was coming to change my life, and not just my own life, but the life of the entire family. Because she came differently from what we were used to. And she has made my journey. My daughter McLean was born 20 years ago. And I gave birth to her, and once I delivered her, she had a condition called cerebral palsy. It happened because I had prolonged delivery. Like from the process when I started pushing the baby to the time the baby could come out, it took longer than what is expected. Normally when a baby has, when the baby is due to come out, the baby is supposed to come out to the world and be able to breathe the air that is in the world, because the baby has already gotten disconnected with the uterus and the process that goes on in the uterus. And so the baby is supposed to come out so fast so that they continue to breathe. And so for McLean, that delayed. And that meant that she missed air. And because of that, she suffered brain damage, which affected her life. At that particular time, I didn't know the extent of the effect, but with time, I kept on noticing the effect as the doctor had explained to me. Though that particular time when the doctor explained to me what I should expect, I didn't believe them. I kept on saying that this is my child. My child is a blessed child because I'm born a Christian, brought up a Christian, and I know how to confess good things for my life. So I was confessing good things for my baby, that the doctor should not talk negatively about my daughter. But then as she grew up, I noticed she had delayed milestones. What I mean by milestone is that by the time the neck should hold, she took time. It was just a floppy neck for a long time, because it takes a few months for the neck to be stable. But for her, she took long. Then she couldn't sit on her own. Anytime you put her to sit, even when she was 8 months, 9 months, she could just fall off. So those are the milestones that I kept on noticing that they are delayed in her life. And because I kept on going back to the doctors for appointments, now they kept on telling me what I should, once I noticed something, what I should do. So they recommended therapy, physical therapy, at a young age. So she started therapy when she was almost a year. Therapy is where they work with the therapists work with the muscles to make sure that the muscles can learn to do what it's expected to do. Like the heart is expected to open up. The therapists teach that because she could just hold her heart like a small baby. So it was that process. It took time, And it also took time for me to accept that this is what life has dealt me with. It took time for me to accept, because I thought it's just like any other disease that should heal immediately and things should. But little did I know it was a condition that might take longer. It's not a disease per se, but it's a condition. A condition that might take longer than anybody knew. And so this has been our journey ever since. McLean is now 20 years as I'm speaking.
Wow.
Yeah, still on a wheelchair, but she has been able to achieve a lot. A lot means that she finished high school last year, and now she's doing a course. She's able to speak, she's able to write, she's able to operate her phone, she's able to work on her laptop, but the journey has not been that easy. Yeah, so that has been our journey.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm a proud mother.
Wow. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I can only imagine the process and the days where you felt like you want to give up. Are there days you felt like you want to give up?
Oh, definitely. There were days that I didn't know what is this. As I've said, she was the first child in the entire family to have a disability. And so I didn't have anyone, even in the circles of my friends, who had experienced such. And so I didn't know how to deal with it at that particular time. But the good thing is that as I started going for therapy, then I could meet with other parents who had the same children as mine. And maybe severe cases, because cerebral palsy affects children differently. There's those who are affected mildly, there are those who are affected severely, there's those who are affected in a small way. And so it affects them differently. So when I used to go for therapies and meet with those parents, it was such an encouraging path. And that's now when I started seeing that there are such cases in the world. Because I thought God just forgot about me. Yeah, just forgot about me and my child. And it took time to accept that now this is my journey. Like, this is my journey and I have to walk it. Yes, the time I walked it blindly. Blindly means I'm just following what the doctors are saying, because I don't understand. I don't understand what is this. And it went on like that, just following the advices of the doctor, but now not seeing the improvement that I was expecting to see. I had now to sit alone and ask myself, what is this that life has brought into my life? What has it come to teach me, if it has any lessons? What has it come to show me? And that's the time now I started to learn what cerebral palsy. What happens to people with cerebral palsy? Is there any hope for them? And as I learned, I became more discouraged. Because when you read something and you're told it might be a lifetime condition, and you are expecting to get an answer, like an instant answer, then it's disturbing. It's really disturbing. But I went through it. By then I was married with my husband, and he was very supportive. I thank God for him. And we accepted her, and now started to seek for any assistance that we can make. But then we realized we cannot handle her living our normal life. Like, when you have a disability in a family, it changes everything. You cannot stay normal and handle disability. Like you have to just flow with it and allow it to teach you how to handle it. It has a different language. But once you learn it, life becomes, start to open up. So, yes, my daughter couldn't sit, but I could improvise something for her and hold her in a position where she could sit and be comfortable. So that started to be our life. In communication, the same way. Up to today, she cannot talk fluently, yet we communicate. So if I expected her to speak the way I speak, then it was more discouraging for me because I couldn't understand what she was saying. And so that acceptance of what we had been given started opening up life for us. The challenges that we went through is before we could accept that our daughter would be this way for a long time. Because nobody wants to accept that their children or their family member might suffer for a long time. True. Yeah. Before then, and there's no one to turn to. Yes, my family has been supportive. That's my parents, my sisters, my brothers, even my sister-in-laws. They were very supportive. But they also didn't know. They were not of any help. And sometimes they'll speak something because maybe they think it's you who is not doing ABCD. And they'll speak something that ended up hurting all of us. Because sometimes we speak without walking into other people's shoes and understanding their life. We just want to speak because we think we can offer a solution. So those happened in my life. The biggest challenge was being a Christian and having so many friends who are saved, who tells you if you go to this church, to this place, this child will be prayed for and all will be well. And I can't say for sure that I haven't gone because I have. I have gone until you reach somewhere and now you realize God works in His own time. And I didn't want to bring my child thinking that God doesn't love her or God doesn't want to heal her. I wanted her to know that there is God. There is a God who walks with her despite her condition. So we went for those prayers. Not so many times, but like twice or thrice we did after being confessed by our friends. We were expecting an instant miracle, like when we are coming back home. When
you're desperate of an answer.
Yeah, she will be walking. That's our miracle. She will be walking. But when she didn't, I had to change as a mother and as a believer. Because I know God can perform a miracle anywhere, anytime, and to anyone. And I wanted my daughter to know that. And I didn't want her to think that she's not blessed simply because she cannot walk. And so I decided to teach her about God, and it's not all that necessary to go for prayers because somebody told you to go for prayers. Because she would hear people coming in the house and telling me to go for prayers. And if I refused, she would feel offended.
Wow, wow, what an amazing story from Grace. This is an amazing, amazing story. We're taking a short break, and when we come back, she'll be telling us how she has managed up to 20 years, and she'll be telling us how she's been able to help even other women outside her circle. We'll be right back.
Hi, are you looking for an amazing place to live and settle with your family? Worry no more, because now Patmos Investment Company Limited introduces Juja Gateway Homes. The plots are 50 by 100 in size within a controlled development area. It's an ideal place for you to live and enjoy life to the fullest. Juja Gateway is within 3 major towns in Kenya: Kiambu, Thika and Nairobi, few minutes away from Thika Superhighway. The plots are going for 2 million Kenya shillings with a deposit of 50% and a payable installment of 1 year. A discount of 200,000 Kenya shillings is given if you pay in cash. Electricity and water in plenty, and roads are passable. We have ready title deeds for the plots. For more information, visit us in Nairobi, CPA Building along Thika Road, opposite Survey of Kenya, or you can call us on 0705 147102. Patmos Investment Limited, for your best investment in land and plots.
Goldmark Limited wanakupatia fursa ya kutimiza ndoto yako ya kumiliki ploti au shamba. Victory Gardens Makutano, mahala pazuri pa kujenga, kulima au kuwekeza. Ni karibu na barabara kuu ya highway, stima na maji iko kwa utele, karibu na vituo vya huduma kwa umma. Kilomita 2 tu kutoka town ya Makutano hapo junction. Amini kisha uamini tena. Ploti ya 50 by 100 ni bei nafuu kabisa ya 250,000 only. Malipo ya mdogo mdogo, una deposit shilingi 1,100, balance na kuwa financed na Rafiki Bank. Victory Gardens Makutano, pata ready title deed yako na ujivunie shamba au ploti iliyoko kwenye ardhi iliyo na rotuba kwa ukulima wa sunflower, dengu, mchele, mahindi, maharagwe na kadhalika. Changamkia fursa hii ya kipekee umiliki ardhi. Wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari ya simu 0719 771186 au 0707 225252, ama ututembelee kwenye ofisi zetu mjini Ruiru katika jengo la Devkesh House, first floor, room M2, opposite the main stage. Victory Gardens Makutano, kutoka Goldmark Land Limited.
Today in our show we are discussing about a mother who has walked a journey with a daughter who has cerebral palsy condition, and up to date the daughter has grown. For those who've been watching, you've heard the story. So at this point we're going to discuss what has Grace, how have you been able to walk that journey? Do you have some achievements that you can actually count and say, these are the miles that we've achieved? And when we look back, we can say, surely God had a plan for us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, I can say there are quite some milestones that we have achieved so far. And the journey through therapy, she has really been able to achieve a lot. We have been consistent on therapy. Okay, there are days that we have missed, but we have been consistent. Consistent means from the time we started up to today, we still follow up. Like nowadays, she goes to the gym 3 times in a week and swimming twice per month.
Wow.
So just to ensure that she stays active. Through that, she has been able to write.
Wow.
She has been able to read. She has been able to sit on her own, and today she's able to stand from her wheelchair on her own. She can't stand for long, but it's an achievement. To us, we celebrate every every milestone or every achievement. So she has been able to do that. When I look back, I really count myself so blessed. God has favored me by bringing the people that I needed in my life. Starting from my house help, the one I have right now, she's just an angel. The way she attended to her, she just feels comfortable. The father has been there for us, though we separated 8 years ago, but he has been supportive to that girl. And for that, I really thank God. There are people who exercise her. The people we find in the gym, there's one person, especially this one person who is called Arnold, who is always there for her. And many more. When we go to the swimming pool, there are people who are willing to support her. And so what it did for me as a mother is that it opened me up that God was not just punishing me, but he was calling me to his favor, to his grace, so that I can continue to see his goodness as he works with us each and every day. As it says in the book of Romans, that everything works for good.
Goldmark Limited wanakupatia fursa ya kutimiza ndoto yako ya kumiliki ploti au shamba. Victory Gardens Makutano, mahala pazuri pa kujenga, kulima au kuwekeza. Ni karibu na barabara kuu ya highway. Stima na maji iko kwa utele, karibu na vituo vya huduma kwa umma. Kilomita 2 tu kutoka town ya Makutano hapo junction. Amini kisha uamini tena. Ploti ya 50 by 100 ni bei nafuu kabisa ya 250,000 only. Malipo ya mdogo mdogo, una deposit shilingi 1,100, balance na kuwa financed na Rafiki Bank. Victory Gardens Makutano, pata ready title deed yako na ujivunie shamba au ploti iliyoko kwenye ardhi iliyo na rutuba kwa ukulima wa sunflower, dengu, mchele, mahindi, maharagwe na kadhalika. Changamkia fursa hii ya kipekee umiliki ardhi. Wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari ya simu 0719 771186 au 0707 225252, ama ututembelee kwenye ofisi zetu mjini Ruiru katika jengo la Devkesh House, first floor, room M2, opposite the main stage. Victory Gardens Makutano, kutoka Goldmark Land Limited.
Hi, are you looking for an amazing place to live and settle with your family? Worry no more, because now Patmos Investment Company Limited introduces Juja Gateway Homes. The plots are 50 by 100 in size within a controlled development area. It's an ideal place for you to live and enjoy life to the fullest. Juja Gateway is within 3 major towns in Kenya: Kiambu, Thika and Nairobi, few minutes away from Thika Superhighway. The plots are going for 2 million Kenya shillings with a deposit of 50% and a payable installment of 1 year. A discount of 200,000 Kenya shillings is given if you pay in cash. Electricity and water in plenty, and roads are passable. We have ready title deeds for the plots. For more information, visit us in Nairobi, CPA Building along Thika Road, opposite Survey of Kenya, or you can call us on 0705 147102. Patmos Investment Limited, for your best investment in land and plots.